That's where I'm bringing my 50. And your 50 is coming from, being, letting me be vulnerable and you being vulnerable with me in our relationship. That's the difference. Now, when it comes to being a provider, then yeah, I take the full 100 and I don't mind. You see what I'm saying? Baby,
Sorry, it dropped me.
it's okay. It's all right. But I was just saying the 50% that I was thinking the difference from then up until now, it was just the provider's part.
Yeah.
Like I wanted 50% to be vulnerable with you, and I want your 50% to be vulnerable with me, intimately, physically, mentally, you know? And I don't need your money. Your money is for you. My money is for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only difference on what I thought. And if they have known, like my punchline, first of all, if they would have known me 12 days or known you 12 days and already talking about quote unquote forever, that's not destiny, y'all. That's like Wi-Fi connecting automatically. You know what I'm saying? That's not talk. No, I approached my wife as a friend first,
Yeah.
and because she told me a couple of things when we first started talking. Of course, we started getting to know each other, right?
You didn't know I was straight.
I
Your
didn't know,
radar was off.
right? But you told me a little bit about what you were going through and what men put you through. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to approach her differently. I want to approach her on the other side instead of trying to get between her legs first. Dice got to take a seat for a minute and Debbie got to jump in. Because I mean, yeah, sex is all good and everything, but it's not your goal. That goal is your heart.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm telling y'all. So, rule number two: if it's loud, it's probably insecure. Confidence is quiet, y'all. Insecurity needs a microphone and Instagram captions. If someone announce, I'm unbothered, I'm healed, I'm different, no, they are bothered, they are mid healing, and they are exactly like everyone else. Real security doesn't audition for applause. Like if you gotta post real ones only every month, apparently the fake one keep renewing their prescriptions. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
agree with that, babe?
I do.
If you gotta boast online talking about some singles only, and I was talking to my wife last night about my exes and stuff like that, and how I acted when I was like, you know what, man, I'm about to post this. Even though I was still legally married, I will post on Facebook talking about some single and ready to mingle. You know what I'm saying? When I was just posting out of hurt and spitefulness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can finally admit that now. You know what I'm saying? We all grown here. You feel me? I can do that. Okay.
I was
I
gonna
can
say,
do
but
that.
you're way different than you were, 20
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. And it takes a real woman to notice that. Y'all, I understand that y'all want to lay everything out on the table. Y'all want to tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all talking and you telling her what you've been through and you telling her, you know what I'm saying, like back in the day, I used to be a player, you know what I'm saying? And I told my wife, oh my God, I told her everything. It's nothing that any female can text her or message her now that she don't know about me, that came from me. You
True.
know what I'm saying? And and for people to just go straight to the social media and just post everything, man. Like, I'm so done with her and she cheated on me with a blah, 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 blah. What y'all think? Real ones only. Single and ready to mingle. Which you not single and you not ready to mingle. There's no real ones. There's you first of all, if you post real ones only, you're going to catch a catfish. I'm telling you that right now. And a piece of advice, y'all, if you see a picture, you like, dang, she fine. No, click on that Facebook picture and go all the way down and look at the date and the year. If it's over 5 years, man, you better text her and be like, listen, I need to update a picture. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got iPhones now. You know, everybody got. And even if you don't have an iPhone, you have an Android, and every phone in this day and age has a camera.
Yeah.
So if you try to videos her and she like, oh, my camera's broken. Well, listen, I will go to Metro PCS, give you a $20 phone. I will ship it to you, and let's talk on video.
Not a $20 phone.
Man, listen,
So they don't got a
man.
laptop or a computer. How the hell are they doing shit?
That's what I'm saying. And you on Facebook with a filtered man, oh my God, don't come to me with a doggone filter picture and you show up looking like the blob is coming off of your face. I'm going to turn you right back around, put on my boots, and boot you right in the booty out the house and close the door behind you.
Yeah, you will.
That's false advertisement. That's false advertisement. Even though my woman, when I seen her, I was like, dang, bruh. Man, green eyes. Okay, I'm from Detroit. They get them contacts from the freaking, you know what I'm saying? In Detroit, you can go to the what to the Ching Chings, and they got the little shops. You know what I'm saying, when they sell the wigs and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Man, they got color contacts for like $15, and maybe three for 20.
But would people really put those in their eyes? I would be so scared.
Yeah, yeah, they sure went. Man, I done seen the darkest woman with the freaking purple eyes. Talking about some, yeah, that's just my real eye color, right? But get her drunk and wake up in the next morning, and one of the eye contacts is on the side of her eye. Like, what in the freaking crap
All the
exorcist
hair is
type of shit
gone.
is this going on? And then her wig is on the other side of the pillow. Her face print is on the other pillow, and it's just like, man, you did not look like that last night.
And your real big thing is feet.
Yeah, yeah. Y'all seen one of them Eddie Murphy movies? I think it was Boomerang when he pulled the covers back and checked on the feet. Like, oh my God, baby girl, you gotta get up. You gotta go. Here's your purse. Here's your whatever you came here with. Here's your keys. Find your keys. Or here's your keys. Go here. You got to go. What about breakfast? McDonald's. They have breakfast up until 10:30. All right. I'll see you. I don't see you later. Don't call me. Don't come over. I'm good on you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm that person. I was that person. Most definitely. I was that person. But that's what I'm talking about as far as false advertisement. So when I seen my wife and she had green eyes, red bone, okay, I get the red bone. I get the curls. That's 50% I'm thinking real. So, all right, first we start doing voice memos back and forth. Okay, her voice sound kind of pretty. Okay,
Kinda.
she sound attractive. She was talking to me all nice and proper and I'm like, wow, your voice sound pretty good. And
Can
she
you
takes
hear
that.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And her voice sounded proper and soft spoken and I heard a little bit of southern accent, but it wasn't too much. And she was sounding good, y'all. When I say good, I was like, damn, man.
Hmm.
Okay. And by the time the second week rolled around, I hit that freaking FaceTime button. You best believe I did. When I didn't even forewarn her, like, I'm about to call you on video. Nope. I pressed that button. I'm like, man, she better answer. I want to see if this is for real before I make any rash decisions. Dice. She answered that phone. And I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, I'm gonna marry you. And that's what I mean by when you post everything online and then she gently, she's big time on TikTok, y'all. I'm telling y'all, she don't think so, but she got so many followers. Like I've been on TikTok for 3 years and I'm barely past 1,000 and something. That's okay. That's okay. But when she starts sending me her little TikTok videos, and I'm like, look at this woman. How old are you again? What the heck? If it's like death becomes her when she take that potion and she just, you know what I'm saying? She just recant back to 20 years. Okay. Now it's time to meet. But
Them good
I didn't
years.
I didn't make the first move when it was time to meet. I was teasing her a little bit. I was. She was the one that aggressively came to me and was just like, "What's your cash app?"
Yep.
That's how that came. And then I told her I'm gonna make you my wife. Blah 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 blah, and that's what happened. She's my wife. So if any of y'all out there trying to dip and dabble into my wife's inbox or her little DM, just know that I'm gonna respond. All right.
No, we don't be caring really. Like when we first got together, it was just so not that it's not now, it's just we have a lot more separation and we put up a lot of sacrifices for family and for things that we want. And so it's a little bit of separation when you gotta go take care of business. And I'm used to being up under you 24/7.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we still video, we're texting, we always know where each other is at. And it
Yeah.
does take learning to trust. And with people like us, we both have a lot of abandonment issues. I'm
Hmm.
bipolar.
Yeah.
I
Lord
think you're
Jesus.
bipolar. She's
I am bipolar. Yeah.
a lot of
Just got
trauma,
diagnosed.
yeah, a lot of trauma from everything, then it is always going to be a challenging relationship because you have to learn to love each other. And I really didn't know how to love you. You had to teach me.
Yeah.
I've never been in love before. I've never loved anybody. After being with you, I know it wasn't love because I didn't feel that way with anybody. And with me, it's all business. That's how I was raised. So it's all business. You gonna pay the bills. My money's my money. Your money's my money. It's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like I don't play when it comes to that. Like
Yeah. She
you
don't.
want that position, you're gonna have to pay for it because I'm not that I'm a whore, but I know my value and I know what I bring to the table.
No, she's not a whore, y'all. She just get coon cat money, okay?
I do. I sure do.
And she worked for that coon cat money, okay?
That's just a joke. I just be saying coon cat money, but
No,
it's
she got coon cat money, and she got everybody at my old job talking about coon cat money and coon cat money this. So, yeah, we might have to put that on a T-shirt or something.
I'm
Might have to patent
gonna have
that.
to patent it.
Yeah, because we got a lot of wives going home to their husbands talking about some Debbie wife getting coon cat money. I need coon cat money too. Don't even know what coon cat money is.
Yeah.
So yeah, she had to slowly introduce me to social media. But the thing that we agreed on, and this is the key to having a successful relationship. Never air your business out on social media.
Yeah, even if we were in an argument, we don't argue and fight like that. We do not do any kind
No.
of physical fighting. But if we were to argue and get upset, I might vent, but I'm not gonna put. I'm a vent with somebody here, like my daughter, my brother. I am not gonna put shit on social media. So when you see me post stuff on social media, it's always topics and
Yeah.
questions and
Mhm.
trending. It doesn't mean it's happening to us or me.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't happen. And we promised each other when we first met that we would never go to bed angry.
Yeah. I
And
think
even
also what helped in our relationship is I was straight. So I have never been with a stud, a lesbian. I have never been in that world. This was my first, dipping my toe in the water. And so the things that you were getting judged by, the things you were getting judged by and the reasons a lot of your relationships didn't work out is because I haven't been exposed to all that stuff. So I'm not like an angry, mad black woman walking around like, "Oh, you're cheating, you're this, you're that."
yeah.
Who are you fucking right now? I don't do that because I haven't been, even though every one of my marriages, my relationships, awful, awful,
Hmm.
awful.
Hmm.
But I don't take that out on you because I'm moving forward and I don't go backwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a lot of people they bring their old relationships into their new one, and they don't clean the slate and say, you know what, I'm going to give you a chance.
Right,
Um,
right. And that's what a lot of people go wrong. And I said this today, and I said a lot of women, about 80-85% of the women come in a relationship with the three B's: battered, bruised, and broken. 80 to 85% of the women does. And y'all cannot say that I'm wrong, because I know I'm right.
yeah,
You know, I have not yet met a woman who came with a clean slate, that didn't experience heartbreak, that didn't experience abandonment, that didn't experience abuse, both physically, verbally, and mentally. I mean, come on, y'all. I mean, everything is not glitter and roses. Even myself. I came to our relationship with the three B's. You know, and like my wife said, I had to teach her how to love me as much as she had to teach me how to love her. And it's okay to do that. You can't just go up in the relationship and be like, I already know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. And that comes to rule number 3. Attention is cheap. It's peace that is expensive. Attention is everywhere. Peace is rare. Anybody can double tap your picture, flirt, text what you're doing, or WYD and send heart eyes. Okay, anybody can do that. Even my wife, she even told me, she was like, babe, you need to, what you say, babe? You need to do some, was it clickbait or was it,
oh, for your TikToks, I was showing you how to, get your numbers up. You got to do a little bit of clickbait. I don't give a damn. I
yeah,
know I know what's mine. I'm right next to her half the time when she's doing it, and I'm coaching her through it.
yeah, why they trying to send her, oh my God, your wife is doing this and sending her videos.
Or
Okay,
they think
she
we,
the
or
one
they
with
think we
Moses.
got, or they think we got separated or divorced.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
no, y'all know I don't play like
yeah.
that.
Anybody can do that, y'all. But can they regulate emotions? Can they communicate calmly? Can they disagree without threatening to disappear? If your Apple Watch think you're exercising every time y'all argue, that's not love. That's actually cardio. To be, I mean, okay. I'm cracking jokes, but for real though, it's a thing that people needs to work on. Even me and my wife, if we have something that we have to talk about, like if we get into a misunderstanding and we be like, okay, this is what I think you need to work on, or let me talk to you for a second, and I feel that we should work on this with you, or you know what I'm saying, if you come to that person uh calmly and just talk to them and be like, you know what, I mean, this, I would like for you to work on this. You don't go in demanding change. If you don't be like this, I'm leaving. I'm going to this so and so, so and so. I'm getting a divorce. I'm doing that. If you don't change, and I'm giving you one day, that's not that's not realistic.
Yeah. No.
You know, I'm just saying. If you need sage, prayer, and a nap after talking to them, that's not your soulmate. That's your stress test. I'm just saying. I
I
mean,
think
they
a lot of
have,
people get bored. They get bored and they
yeah,
just want attention.
yeah,
And you get with the wrong person that's like that, you need to really watch how they handle situations,
yep,
how they handle alcohol,
yeah,
how they handle, if you need to be able to go through all seasons with somebody. And if they can't handle that, then move on.
yeah.
Some people's problem is they don't value themselves and what they bring to the table enough.
Hmm.
They just put up with anything and think they can change somebody. You can't change them. That's
Yep.
them.
Right. Right. Exactly.
If they cheat and are a serial cheater and they've been cheating on you, they're gonna keep cheating on you. You know why? Because you put up with it.
Yep. You
They
better
know
say
you're
that,
not
baby.
going nowhere.
Yep. And that goes to rule number 4. You don't need to win every single argument. You're not in court. You don't need closing statements. Winning an argument but losing connection is not a flex, yo. Ask yourself this: do I want to be right or do I want to be at peace? Sometimes the strongest move is just to say, okay. It's not to shut you up, which a lot of women think that's what it is, but it's not. It's to say, okay. And don't say it in such a nonchalant way, or she is going to think you being funny. Just look at her in her eyes and be like, okay, baby. Okay. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but don't do it and act like you're trying to get them to shut up. Like actually
Right.
genuinely, like you're no, I'm being genuine and let's just sit down, let's talk. But I
Right.
have a question for you.
All right.
Damn, it just slipped. I'll come back.
All right. Some of y'all argue like there's prize money. First place wins. That's emotional exhaustion, man. And listen, I'm about to be 45 next month. Ain't nobody got time for that.
So what do you think about a stud over 40 that's single and has never been married and never been in a long-term relationship, never been, nothing? What do you think about that?
Um, I the first thing that'll come to my mind will be, what's wrong with you? Are you are you taking a break, or are you hiding from something that's inside of you?
Because most people by 40, over, especially over 40, but by 40 you shouldn't have at least been married once, had kids, something. And when I feel like not even just studs, lesbians, but people in general, men, like if you're over 40, there's something wrong with you. That's when, you just like you said about me. Well, what is it? What's going on? That's
Yeah,
that's a big red flag for me because I don't understand why. So in a studs, I notice like to play the game. They like to play the road a lot.
yeah.
A lot.
But sometimes that's not always the issue, though, baby. Sometimes they've been hurt and they want to take a break. They want to be single. They've been used to going to relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship and not had no time for peace for themselves to actually be single. I give them that. Or
So do you think they got conditioned to go from relationship to relationship because they're shooting themselves in the foot and they're like, this isn't gonna work, this isn't gonna last long, and now they're doing it and they don't even realize they're doing it?
yeah, because they're looking for something in each and every relationship that people don't have. Everybody's not the same. So
Yeah.
they're looking for something specific that they
Hey
want in
Brandon.
a relationship. And it's being picky at this point. It's being picky.
Yeah.
And you set in your ways in your 40s. I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, that's why this is called the OG's rule book, written by Dice. Okay? All right? Because these rules, I mean, come on, y'all. I'm a seasoned survivor, all right? And that's and you know what? It has everything to do with exes too, though. Some exes get in the way of studs wanting to settle down too. Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of women that be like, oh, me and my ex are still friends. Which brings me to rule number 5. Exes don't get VIP passes. All right?
Exactly.
History does not equal access. Just because y'all have memories doesn't mean that you need updates. You know what I'm saying? But to, to be familiar with your ex doesn't have you say, okay, I'm familiar with my ex, and makes the female feel safe.
Yeah.
But familiar dysfunction is still dysfunction. Going back to your ex is like reheating fries. You can try, but it's never what you remember, okay? And I think McDonald's proved that. I wish one of my wife's exes would try to hop in her DM. Let me tell you something. I know
Well, they do
Popo.
try. I just block them.
I mean, I'm just saying, I know popos. I got the hood on speed dial. I know people. I will find you.
It ain't hard to find mine.
I'm just saying, I dare y'all. I dare you. All right. She is happy. She's really happy. This is not for tits, tats, or freaking glitter balls. My wife is happy, and I'm doing what you couldn't do. Which brings me to rule number 6. If you be
Cocky.
mad,
Cocky as hell.
don't do it. That's my rule number 6.
What'd
If
you say?
you
If
be
you're mad?
mad, yeah, if you be mad, don't do it. Meaning, if your partner did it and you feel disrespected, don't do it. You are not confused. You're not negotiating with temptation. If you have to say it's not what it looks like, babe, it's definitely it's definitely look like something. Am I right, babe?
Yeah.
If you have to tell me it's not what it looks like, babe, and I'm looking at a picture with you close up 3 inches of a quarter to somebody else's lips, it's definitely what it looks like.
Oh yeah, because I don't do what I don't want. So you
You
definitely
know, feel
that
me?
I'm on it.
I will be freaking Desmond. Loshi, you got some explaining to do, like for real.
But see, I'm different. Like if we separated or broke up, we can't break up. But
It's never gonna happen.
if we separated or divorced, in my head it's over. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. Then let's say we just decided to okay, we're gonna just go back together. We want to be married, blah blah blah, and then you get mad. Well, you should have never separated. You should have stayed with me and made sure everything was golden.
That's why I disagree with you at. Because okay, okay. If we separate and we're still legally married, that doesn't give you the okay to be like, all right, I'm gonna do my thing and you're gonna do yours. No, we're still legally married. If we're divorced, okay, all bets are off, all handcuffs are off. I gave you back your key. Now you shouldn't be mad at what I'm gonna do or what I did.
Okay, but you were legally married when you had messed with what 2 or 3 different women.
Okay,
So was that all bets off?
again, that was 20 years ago when I was young minded.
Hmm.
Again, that was 20 years ago when I was young minded, which went back to rule number 3 as far as airing your stuff on social media when you say real people only. I was looking for the wrong attention because I was hurt. Period. Which brings me to rule number 7. Love should not feel like anxiety. Oh man, I have bad anxiety too. If you're constantly overthinking, checking their status every 30 seconds, refreshing, decoding tone, wondering where you stand, that's not romance, y'all. That's survivor mode. If we are quote unquote good, if we good is your daily affirmation, you're not good. If you keep saying I'm good, I'm healing and I'm growing and I'm moving on, you're not good. You're not.
Yeah.
You're not.
Which I think that all of that should have been addressed when you first got together and you lay everything on the table.
Exactly. But people want to hide behind words to be like, yeah, I'm strong. I'm strong. I got over this and that and the other. I can get over this. I'm good, man. I'm gonna be good. No, you're not, because when you hang up that phone or when you close that laptop or when you get off that social media website, you're gonna be crying in the shower, sitting on the shower floor. I'm just being real. Which brings me to rule number 8. Growth means fewer explanations. Growth means fewer explanations. Explain yourself to your partner, yourself, even your therapist. Everybody else gets okay. What I mean is, if someone is committed to misunderstanding you, don't start the TED talk, man. That's all I'm saying. If it's not my wife that I have to explain myself to, then everybody else does not get an explanation. Just to cut out the confusion. That's all I'm saying. To cut out the confusion and for everybody else who be like, are you okay? Gets that entitlement when you explain to them what's going on. That's not that's not good.
That's because a lot of relationships. That's why I don't get in couples business and shit, and I'm not gonna help you because a lot of times, both you're supposed to be friends with both of them, and
Yeah.
they come to you to vent or they come to do this, and then they're fighting, got you involved, and then
Mhm.
after they're done, get back together. Guess who's
Mhm.
the enemy?
You
You.
are.
She gave me advice. She told me to leave. She said I could. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not doing none of that.
Yeah. Then they gang up on you and be like, well, if you be like, well, I don't want them to come over. You can come over, but I don't want to hang out with them. Then they're going to be like, what's wrong with them? Why
Exactly.
you don't like them? I mean, 2 weeks ago, you said F them. You
Yeah.
good on them. You straight on them. So I was straight on them too. You ain't telling me plans change. Which brings me to rule number 9. Stop trying to be liked. If everyone likes you, you might be shrinking. Boundaries disappoint people who benefit from you being flexible. I don't think I have to explain that. Boundaries disappoint people who benefit from you being flexible. They want you on their time. If you're exhausted all the time, you might not be overworked. You might be over accommodating. Am I right, Bay?
Yep.
You got anything to add to that rule?
I have a question.
What's up?
So I notice it's a lot of younger people, but I be on TikTok and all over just watching these like stud funny things, whatever.
Uh huh.
And okay, so like Easy and a couple other ones that we point out,
Yeah.
and they say they're studs,
Mm-hmm.
but then the next day they're whether it's for comedy or not, you're in heels, a full on dress, weave
Yeah.
in your hair,
Mm-hmm.
all up on a dude.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you consider that just bisexual and they need to stop claiming stud?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I was talking about that. I think it was yesterday. I was talking about that yesterday at trucking school because it's like it gives us older studs more of a reason to fight, to have peace. What I mean is, a man's going to be a man. A man is going to think like a man. Whether you have on boxer shorts, a full on tuxedo, and a bald head, you are still a woman up under those clothes. Period. And it makes it hard for OG studs like myself or seasoned studs like myself to be like, because these younger baby studs is freaking talking about some, yeah, they got their pants hanging low, they got their little pimp walk going, they got their little slang, and they turn they lips to the one side, and they, yeah, cause yeah, I'm a stud. But then you a no label, you got weave in your hair, you letting your girlfriend put makeup on you, lashes, lipstick, dresses, and the shocker part is you know how to walk in heels. Man, if you slap some heels on me, I'm gonna be looking like a wobbly freaking jello cake. I mean, for real. Ankles breaking and everything. I don't know how to walk in heels. I haven't walked in heels in over freaking how old am I? 44? Freaking 45 years. Okay, 35. I don't know how to walk in heels. But these baby studs, they walking in J's, and then next clip, they got their leg on the table and they popping their butt and they twerking. But then you want to
Well,
get mad if the dude step to you and be like, "What's up, shorty? You still a girl?" You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and then you got a lot of them out there really like getting pissed off because they're like, okay, she's a black lesbian. I mean, we're all women. They're lesbians. They're allowed to be able to do that. Yeah, but you're like, even me, it's confusing. I'm so glad that I didn't have to go through that whole gay, lesbian, stud dating, running around because it would. Oh my god, that's just too confusing for me. But
It's confusing for everybody, baby. Which brings me to rule number 10. Chemistry is loud, but character is consistent. Chemistry texts you up. You know what that means. But character texts, drive safe, babe. Text me when you get home. Chemistry will have you writing poems. Character will have you sleeping peacefully. I choose sleep at my age. I choose sleep because character is consistent. It's on a regular basis. Meaning when okay, so let's say for instance, okay, me and my wife, uh, we started living together kind of early on, but we didn't have a honeymoon phase. What I mean by that is what you see is what you got. It wasn't 6 months down the line. I ain't know you was like that. Oh, I ain't know you was like that. Or I didn't know you was like that. That's chemistry. Character is consistently not changing every day. You wake up to the same person, you go to sleep to the same person. Even though me and my wife is bipolar, she's probably more bipolar than I am, but I don't see a different side of her.
my core, my core base is always the same person. But you gonna if it's my, I'm either really, really, really high up or I'm really, really, really down. There's no in between.
But she's the same person. I
That's
mean, I
why I'm
don't,
saying my core person is the same.
yeah,
Same values, same ethics, same everything.
yeah,
I actually have very high morals and ethics than most people you could even face up to, because a lot of people, they don't even know who they are, or they don't even think they deserve things, or
right.
they just is they screw themselves up, you
And it's
know.
because of their past, though, eh?
Yeah, but I mean, I got a pass. We all have passes. It's
Right,
just some of us
exactly.
are willing to face it and to
Right,
change, and some of us aren't.
right. Which brings me to rule number 11. Your past is only a lesson, not a personality. Learn the lesson. Don't build a museum around it. Over here is when I got busted in the head with a Coke bottle. And then to your left is when I got my tires busted. It's not a freaking museum, yo. It's not something you brag about. If your trauma is your icebreaker, we need new conversation starters. I mean, I'm just saying, if you need some, holla at me. I got some for you.
Yeah, I don't want to hear all that. And then like when we got together too, we didn't talk a lot about. We talked as we went on. With like, okay, I want to know all your relationships because I can kind of see your traits through it.
Right.
But after that, I know them. I don't need to hear them, hear them every time.
Yeah, because my baby get pissed off. Like, if she was in a room with each and one of my exes, they probably be walking out with black eyes and cast, full body cast. I'm just saying.
I'll put a hex on them.
Oh, baby. Be good. It's a
I
podcast.
would.
Be good.
I sure would.
Which brings me to rule number 12. When it's right, y'all, it's simple. Simple means clear. There's no guessing games and there's no emotional gymnastics. If y'all have weekly status update meetings, quote unquote, you're in a startup. I'm just saying. When it's right, it's when I first saw my wife and I started getting to know her as a friend and I start, opening up to her as much as she's opening up to me. I'm like, oh yeah, she's different. When it's right, it's so simple because I just told her, I said, listen, I'm gonna make you my wife. And the only reason I'm telling you this is because when we get married, I'm gonna tell you I told you so.
Well, you don't think also being with somebody older was a fresh relief for you because you dated younger people?
Not really. Not really. Because I wasn't too keen on dating older women. Because I mean, sometimes it's good. I mean, when you how can I, physically it's good because they're more skilled. You know, they're more skilled and know what they're doing. But there's a con to that because some older women they just think that they're right all the time and just be like, and you can't vent and they just be like, "Well, I'm older than you, so I know this." It gets tiring. You're not my sister. You're not my big sister. You know what I'm saying? You're my woman. So stop telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about because I'm not your age. That's the only con about it that I don't like about older women. Now the experience part of an older woman is a pro, but a lot of older women don't know how to kind of like ease up and let a younger person take the wheel for a minute, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
They always got to be right. Always got to be right, and that's so irritating. I hate it. I hate it. Like, dang, I can't even say I feel old. Well, why did you get my age? Shut, man. What you? If you don't shut your mouth, okay. I get it. I get it. You're 68, and I'm freaking 50.
68. Good God.
I'm just saying. I'm just throwing out an age. I'm just saying. Well, wait till you get my age. I don't want to wait till I get your age. I'm getting there. But what I'm saying is, I feel pain at this age. Just because I'm not 68, that doesn't mean that my knee don't hurt. You know what I'm saying? That my hip kind of like get stiff. Jesus Christ, woman, let me vent. And that's the thing that I don't like about older women. Like I said, the experience is a wild trip. It's a wild one. It's a nice thing to experience. But sometimes, golly, like Jesus. And here's our let's be honest. Get it? Let's be honest. Final thought. Before we wrap this up, I like to let's be honest to my fellow peers. Stop hiding your truth like if it was a contraband walking through the airport, stuffed in everywhere you think it's possible to stuff, but also found new places to stuff. Well, that's a discussion for another time, y'all. But because sometimes the truth hits harder when it's said with a side eye and a black hoodie crouching down next to a tire at night, half of the time it was mixed signals, y'all. Everything doesn't have to be, I just saw a shooting star and you're my person. Sometimes it's mixed signals.
I'm
They
still
work.
stuck on the older woman thing. Because look, there's a lot of pluses. There's emotional
Oh my
maturity,
God. Here
stability,
we go.
financial career security is already there. That 50-50 shit ain't gonna count. Clearer communication. We got life goals. We already had all our kids. We don't want babies. We travel.
Hmm.
We got enough time to spend the time you need. And
Hmm.
we definitely got the confidence.
Yes, I agree with all that, baby.
And
That's
the
all pro.
psychological is up to, you know what I mean? As long as you ain't crazy like me. But anyway,
But that's what okay. I agree with you there. Okay, those are the points that I
there's a
did
lot
not.
of pluses. You just straight went to the negative. You married to an older woman. So, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. My pro. You don't treat me like that. I never said that. I never said
Okay, you
that.
said that. I'm just a little stuck in it because I'm like, hold up.
You feeling some type of way because I said something about an older woman.
No.
But I
I
ain't saying
agree.
anything about you.
What? It's with a lot of older women. I mean, you got a lot of pluses there, you know? You don't want kids, get with an older woman. You don't, you know what I mean? You want somebody to already have a home intact, get with an older woman.
I agree. I agree with that. But
You want
sometimes
somebody that's
older
gonna
women
not
just
gonna just sit there and flip out on you. You're like, you're cheating and da da da. Most older women too tired to do all that. They don't want to hear about that shit.
You're right, but sometimes they take it to the extreme and be like, they
I
think they
mean,
know
some do,
everything.
but that's in the beginning where you got to put that shit on the table and you got to really watch them and see if they cuckoo for
Right.
Cocoa Puffs.
All right.
You know what I mean? Not
I
you
agree.
personally, just like
No, no, no. I agree.
people. If you hear this, I'm telling you so you can go out and get an older woman tomorrow, okay?
Oh Lord.
I want to see you succeed. And if you need any advice, go on and hit me up on my social media.
Oh Lord.
I'll make a
Oh,
video for you.
she will, y'all. She ain't playing. She ain't playing. She will. She will do that. She will most definitely do that. And
And
it'll be on TikTok at that.
age gap relationships, baby. That's the way. Oh,
If
and
you
you get to go on cruises.
Yeah, we get to go on cruises. But if you want advice from an older woman, yes, hit my wife up. But if you want advice from a seasoned stud, quote unquote seasoned, I will also agree with my wife with that, okay?
What makes a seasoned stud seasoned? What is a seasoned stud?
That we've been through the whole alphabet.
Well, damn.
There ain't nothing you can tell me about V that I don't already know or experience.
So Allison, Brandy, Candy.
Candy, Denasia, Elafina.
Oh, you're whores. You're just whores.
Fantasia. Ain't nothing you can tell me that I ain't been through that you could just be
Yeah.
like, all right, let me learn from this cat, man. She telling the truth. Cause she's been through it. Yeah, that's me. That's what an OG stud means. And that's why spent my quality time and wrote out an OG stud rule book for y'all young cats, man. It's time for somebody to step up who is seasoned and be like, man, y'all wrong, cuz. You know?
Well,
So,
you need to put in that little rule book. Don't put heels on night and wear thongs on Wednesday. That's not part of being a stud. I mean, I guess you could because you technically are a woman, but that would be a preference that you need to tell people before you're fucking with them.
but no, they max that with saying that, okay, forget all that. I don't have a title. Don't give me a title then. So I
Who
can
said
be
that?
I'm just saying that's what these young studs do. All right, I'm a stud. All right, forget it. Because everybody judged me, don't even give me a title so I can be whoever I want to be. No, you're making it worse.
Then you're bisexual. There's lesbian, gay, and bisexual. That's all I see in
Again,
my head.
again, they don't want a title.
Well, that's what it is. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Be, I'm just saying. And we are in our let's be honest section, you know?
Yeah.
And if they were clear about what they said or when they first met you, young, old, same age, whatever, you just translated to them to what they wanted to hear.
So they mask.
Right. But then it backfire on them because they say, I'm not ready for anything serious. I used to say that all the time.
That's
And
because you were a whore.
I mean, tomato, tomato, you know what I'm saying? Potato, potato.
That's why I call you Poppy Chulo. Y'all, and I saw them skills come straight through. I saw those come through when we first started talking. I said, okay, Poppy Chulo. I see you. And
I
you're like, what does that mean, male whore?
in my eyes, it was experience,
I call it like I see it.
you know.
I mean, she's a retired Poppy Chulo.
Yeah. hmm But my experience, I said this to this one chick, and I said, you know what? You should think you about to get pissed off with this.
You might as well finish. You already started it.
I told this one chick, I said, you should thank the women that I've been with because I wouldn't be able to put it down like I do now.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cocky much.
That's called experience.
No, it's called cocky, and you hurt that girl's feelings because now y'all she thought about was you fucking A through fucking Z, and like no, that's
That's
not.
what she thought. No, that wasn't said for her to look like that. It was said for her to be like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Did she look at it like that?
Well, it was dark when I saw her face. No, for real. Yeah, she did kind of look at me different. Yeah,
Okay,
but
see,
she took it wrong.
it's still hurtful. It's like that's not how somebody wants. You're supposed to make the person that you're with feel like they're on a pedestal and they're with nobody but you. That's not the way you do it, hun.
That's true. That's true.
It don't matter
And I,
how
and
you
I
got
like
the
Brandy, by the
experience.
way. I'm sorry, I'm responding to Brandy. But yeah, you're right. It's not, and that's when it was. I was younger, man, and I was cocky, and I was, what I'm saying. I was just feeling myself out, and I was barely wet behind the ears before I started saying that. So you know,
Yeah, it's not.
it's
That's
a
not
notch up under the belt, okay. But back
on
to what I was saying.
your belt.
When you translate them into what they want to hear, and then they tell you that you aren't ready for anything serious, then y'all will take on the it's like a what you call it, it's like a challenge, because instead of hearing, okay, they're not ready for anything serious, it's you heard convince me. They said I'm bad at texting, but somehow they text their friends back in 30 seconds. So it's not that they're not bad at texting, they're just selectively literate. And to let's be honest, you didn't fall fast. You ignored slow. You ignored inconsistently. You ignored weird energy. That one friend who looked at you and said, that friend that knew but didn't want to tell you because they wanted to wait on the hot tea, not lukewarm. There's always a friend who knows, but they just want to make sure that they see you mess up before they be like, "Girl, I knew it. I wasn't gonna say anything, but I knew it was coming." You just met the representative first, because sometimes it's not that they changed. The real them clocked in after 90 days. That's that. And you were like, who is this? That's not a plot twist. That's a probation ending. Let's be honest. If you have to stalk their page, go to college to be a cybersecurity tech to decode their captions, analyze what they like, you're not in love, man. You're in investigation mode. And you don't get paid for
You
this.
stalked my page.
But that was different. I was getting to know you.
You stalked my page now.
Yeah, you're my wife. You stalk
I
mine.
don't stalk it. I just grace upon it because I'm giving you grace by going over it before you
You
might
see
say
what I'm
something
saying? Y'all see
wrong.
what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm saying?
And I don't stalk
How
it. I follow you, so I see everything going up.
Oh Lord, that's another podcast, baby.
Plus, I don't want you to embarrass yourself by putting something out there public.
Do I do that?
No, I mean your little thirst traps and all that. I tell you to do it.
Wow, thirst traps.
You do. You do. You do thirst traps, but
I
yet
do.
you gonna tell me I can't.
No, you
I don't
can't.
like the way you looking in the phone,
I don't. Cause you
girl.
flirt with whoever looking in that screen. No.
But you gonna give people advice not to not to stalk people.
No, don't stalk them. Yeah, don't stalk. Yeah, yeah, you're right. But you're my wife. I have a reason to. I own you.
Oh, well, I got papers on you, so play if you want to.
All right, player. You do know we still on the podcast. We'll
I
talk about
know.
this after. We'll talk about this after the show. I'm gonna get you. Let me get you straight after the show. All right.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, sometimes you miss the attention, the potential, and the version of them that you made up. You're not heartbroken. Your imagination is broken. If they're confused that you more than they comfort you, that's not death. That's dysfunctional wearing cool water cologne. I'm just saying. You cannot love someone into emotional maturity, y'all. It's not a build a stud workshop. You cannot pick communication, accountability, consistency, and stuff it inside of them. They either come assembled or they don't.
I agree.
So if you constantly asking, so what are we? You already know what you're not. You don't need closure. You don't need acceptance. Closure is wanting one more conversation. And acceptance is realizing the last one was enough. And finally, if I'm lesbian, honestly, the peace you feel when you stop forcing something, that's the real glow up. Not the haircut, not the gym selfies, not the I'm outside era. The glow up is when you can walk past someone once you had access to your softness and feel nothing but hydration. And that's growth. So tonight, before you text anybody, before you scroll, before you romanticize future potential chonies off of someone one more time, ask yourself, is this aligned or am I bored? Now that's stud
Or
business.
manic.
Or manic, yeah, that's manic. And you have anything to add to let's be honest?
No.
Well, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it from the ones who's been together for 6 years and married for 3. I hope y'all have a wonderful night. And again, you know, oh, subscribe to She's Such a Lesbian podcast.com and put your little email in there. That way you will get notifications when we start going live. All right. We
And
do
all the
have,
social media, she's such a lesbian.
yeah.
Just Google go I mean not even Google, go up to go anything on Facebook, any platform, all of it is she's just a lesbian.
Yep. Yep. And we also have merchandise, y'all. We have merchandise and we currently have coffee in the mist called Yo Quiero Coffee. So be looking for some. We're gonna be advertising that on the platform, but be looking for my wife and her daughter to start going live on Facebook to start promoting that too. So keep it in your head. Yo Quiero Coffee is
It won't
coming
be
to
till
life.
after we get on the land though.
True, but still keep that in your head. All right. I want y'all to have a wonderful night, and remember, don't break the rule. All right. Peace out.